So after the mining,
After the mining, it was at the end of his last mining, excavating. We started getting into politics. Okay, they were finding ways, how to get rid of persons and stuff like that. So from there, I left there and I started working for a company which was a restoration company, and I started there as a labor. Okay, from being a foreman, starting as a labor,
tough,
I
tough
did that
transition.
for a year. The owner worked side by side with him, and he promoted me to foreman. And then from foreman, he promoted me to field supervisor. From field supervisor, he promoted me to office manager. Okay, so not only I only ran one company, but I ran two companies. I ran the construction company and the restoration company. So at the time I was working for this company, we went from 200 something thousand dollars a year up to 1 point something million a year. How? Positive, hustle, work, 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 work. Getting things done, no callbacks, no going back and doing redos. It's being positive. So I ran a tight crew, and I ran it underneath my fingers. So for instance, I had a crew, I ran it tight. Okay, if you didn't work out, then I told you right there and then. Okay. So from there, I ran that construction company, was successful, and I decided, you know what? I'm tired of being on call. I was working 24/7 and weekends. There was times I worked 60-something days straight, and it was affecting my family time. So I quit doing that. Okay. So then I went to heating and cooling company, which is a good friend of mine, Russell Jonas, for Jonas Heating and Cooling. And I had a conversation to him. I told him I was tired. He said, "Come with me. I need you." So I quit that job that evening. The next morning, I was working for this other company. So I started as a service tech. I was doing service. Then I started doing repairs. From repairs, I started running jobs. So this is where I met Craig. Wooster
Craig
is my partner, and that's who I'm working for right now. He looked at me. He said, "Hey, you need not work for somebody else. You need to work for yourself. There's a class at the contractor school. Go get your license." So he's the one that pushed me. I thought about going to get my license, but he pushed me. He said, "Michael, there's a water treatment class at the college. Go take that. Michael, there's a contractor class. Go take that. There's a BPI class. Go take that." He's the one that pushed. Not only that he pushed me, but he paid for my schooling to go to a contractor school to get my Class B license. So I'm very grateful for him. That's why I call him my guru. Okay, you need someone to believe in you, and that was the person that believed in me. That always told me you could do better. Okay, and I needed that. So I got injured. I was moving a steel pipe. I was upset because we were behind schedule. I had an inspection. I was stubborn, like I'm always, doing 100%. What happened? I injured myself that Friday. I went home. I said I could baby it. Monday, Saturday, Sunday, I stayed home and babied it. Monday, I couldn't get up and walk. Something was wrong. I went and had a MRI to find out that I dislocated my L4 and L5. Okay, I pinched it and they were rubbing. So I was off work for 3 months and stubborn like again. I said I'm okay. Went back to work and re-injured again the same day. So I fought with this for a year. At the time that I was fighting for a year, I said, you know what? I don't even have a high school diploma. And I'm telling my kids they need to get educated. So what I did, at the time that I was off, I went to Yuba College, and Janelle Strick, and she said, I could help you with that. I could help you get your GED. And I said, I only got so much time. Okay? It's like always, I have to financially take care of my family. My family came first before my education.
So what you're telling me is that all the way through all these years, you managed to survive, not only survive, but make a living, move up in several different jobs, and be successful, all without a high school diploma?
Yes.
You did all of this without a high school diploma?
Yes.
That says a lot. That says a lot about the character of the man. That's awesome. Go on.
All right. So after that, I took a couple classes and I took the pre-test before I went in there, and I scored really low. My English, I knew that, and my math skills, but my science was scored really high. And so I took that time that I was off. I took advantage of that because I didn't want to sit home. I went and got my GED. During that time I got my GED, I met you and the rest of my colleagues, all right? Which made it positive, and it made it interesting. And I love school.
Right.
I just enjoyed it,
Right.
Mr. Jones. I just enjoyed
Right.
it. I said, this is what I like. That was my passion, is education. But we go back again. Who's going to take care of my family?
So that goes back to your upbringings. That goes back to having a single father raising 3 men in the house and having to provide and take care of the home. So all this time you continue to revert back to essentially what you knew, and that was to work hard to provide for your family.
Survive.
And was your family supportive throughout this time?
Yes, at the time.
Throughout
yes.
this time, your
Okay,
family
yeah,
supportive of
okay.
you going to
And
school and getting your education and
yes. Oh, definitely.
and
Yeah.
moving forward in life and moving up. So they were very supportive of you in all that you did. So at that time, were you the breadwinner of the house, or was your wife the breadwinner of the house?
At the time, we were both. At the time.
So you were always working, doing what it was you had to do to provide for your home. So even though you went to school, you still did contracting work.
Yes.
Is it safe to say you still did contracting work in order to provide?
Yes.
And while your wife worked a regular 9 to 5.
Correct, but this is my second wife. My
Okay.
first,
So you were married twice.
I was married twice. The first one is, I worked too much and
What nationality was she, if you don't mind
she
me
was
asking?
white.
She was Caucasian? Okay,
Caucasian.
so were there any differences in your upbringing or your culture, or did you expect her to act, respond, or conduct herself in a certain manner because you're Hispanic and she was white? Did you see any, things that you felt you had to fix about her?
Well, yeah, it's got the parents. I had to deal with that struggle.
And I can imagine what it was
with
like.
this Hispanic, this stuff. And my second wife is the exact words her dad said was, "You're going out with a black guy."
How did you feel about that?
I was upset. I said, "Dude, really? I'm Puerto Rican, okay? Really? Come on, Mr. Jones. I had to deal with this, you know what I mean? So I
Right.
get up there and I got to shake his hand.
Right.
But it held me
But you're
back
black.
for saying, hey,
But you're
what's
black.
up, my brother?
Yeah, but you're black. Right?
Yeah, okay? Because I'm
Right.
black, okay?
Right.
They couldn't accept anybody dating his daughter except they had to be white.
Oh, they have
okay?
the proper skin color?
Yes. So, I had to deal with that for all those years.
How was that in the relationship?
Oh, it
So
was
did that
hard.
extend
But-
throughout the entire relationship?
Oh, the whole
here,
no,
or
the beginning of the relationship.
I'm not with your wife, not
With
with
the
your
parents,
second wife,
yes.
but with the parents.
Yeah, so I
with-
came to their house. They
Yeah.
were like being protective of their dishes, and
like you were gonna steal.
I was going to take their stuff,
No way.
and I felt so offended. But I was positive,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And right at the end, he called me son, okay?
Right.
And he asked me to take care of his family when he passed away.
Leaps and bounds.
Okay.
That's leaps and bounds.
And I gave him my word, okay? But the things in life would happen, okay? And here it goes again. I get a divorce. And I'm in the middle of, I'm at the end of my divorce right now. Why? Because I work too much, okay? So after I went to Yuba College, which I really love, and I give everybody, young kids that are growing up, especially the Hispanics, the Mexicans and stuff. I go to them. I say, "What are you doing? You graduated a year ago. What are you doing? Get off the mom's tit and go to school. Our government pays you to go to school." And two of them One of them at UC Davis, going medical.
Good.
The other one is going to a trade school.
Good.
So if I could help one person in this life to change their life and get educated, I have succeeded my goal.
Absolutely.
So I keep on pushing. Any kids that I see having a hard time, I'm always there to tell them, hey,
Good.
you need to find a way to get to school. All right? Education is very important in this
It's
world.
vital.
Well,
It is
definitely.
definitely vital at this particular time. All right. So now that you've been to school, and did you manage to get your degree?
Yes, I went and I needed 2 more classes, 3 more classes to finish to get my degree. Okay, and I'll be honest with you. What happened? My wife decided for a divorce. So where I had to go back, I had to go back in the work field again.
Right.
So I had to give up to finish my education, to take care of my family, and to take care of myself.
Right.
I have responsibilities. You know,
Right.
I got a 15-year-old at home. I have one that went to college, and my mom's sick, which I'm taking care of, and my dad's sick. So financially, I was taking care of my mom's medical issues and stuff like that. So here it goes. You know, I was 3 classes away from getting my degree, and I had to go back to work again.
So now you had to go back to work. You touched on the fact that your mom is sick and your dad was sick, and you had to take care of them financially. Culturally, is that normal? Is it normal that the Hispanic male does what's the word I'm looking for? Delegated the responsibility of taking care of the parents after as they get into their old age, or of course there was all boys in the family, so pretty much it couldn't get pushed to a woman anyway. But
Let's go back to the mom part. My mom left when I was 5. When I was 25, she contacted me, and I contacted her. We got together.
okay,
And
so 20 years difference.
Yes.
How'd you guys get in contact with women?
From a relative.
Mutual friend or something?
Yeah,
Okay.
relative.
Okay.
I told her, well, the first thing I met her is, Mom, I forgive you, okay? We all have our hidden skeletons in our closets, and I know why you left. I know why my dad was abusive and everything, and I respect that, okay? And I forgave her, okay? From then on, we keep in touch. She's very ill right now, and my responsibility as a son is to make sure that she's,
Are you the oldest son?
No, I'm the next to the oldest.
So you're the middle. Oh no, you'd be. No, I don't know if that's considered the middle child of 4.
No, I'm the second.
So you're the
oldest.
second of the oldest, and so is the oldest alive?
Yes, my brother Felix in the Marines. He had mental issues.
Okay,
I
so he's
forget.
not basically able. So I guess what I'm getting to is the hierarchy in the family is what I'm getting to. So your older brother isn't able to take care of your mom, so you're the next in line. So does that make you the next by culture to take care of your mom, or are those responsibilities pushed down to the youngest?
No. Let's go ahead and I don't see that my culture as a Puerto Rican growing up was my responsibility to
take care of your parents.
to take care of my parents.
Okay.
It was my heart because I felt bad,
Right.
and I've been blessed.
Right.
That's the reason why I travel the world to help people. I just got back from Africa a week ago.
What do you do in Africa?
Well, I go to Africa to do my passion. My passion is helping people. I find that women that are giving birth, HIV positive, cancer, which is really high in Uganda and East Africa. So I have partnered up with a good friend of mine, Dr. Donda, Paula Donda, which her nonprofit is Worldwide Healing Hands. And she asked me, Michael, what are you going to do? That you're hurt and you're with your education. I told her, I like to help people, but don't pay my bills. So she said, won't you come with me one of these trips? So at the time I was married, she wouldn't let me. It's always, no, you can't. If you go to Africa, I'm going to divorce you or whatever. So finally, after my divorce, I said, you know what? I need to do this. I needed that. Okay, because I was depressed. And I went to Uganda with her first time last year, and I found my passion. Seeing these poor women's HIV positive, these birth, that would touch me. And that's where I found that I could do something, because I've been blessed.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So now, you're traveling the world these days, recently divorced,
Mm-hmm.
and you're working here at this wonderful establishment that we're at that you gave me this grand tour of.
Okay, let me stop there. Okay, 2 weeks ago I came back from Uganda again,
Okay.
but this trip I took my 15-year-old son.
Nice.
I want him to see the other part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how people live, how the pain and suffering they go through, the starvation and the thirst of clean water, that we take granted in this country. He wants to be a surgeon. So Darian is 15, and he's my heart. He's a mini-me.
Boy, is he.
Yes. Okay. So he wanted to be a surgeon. My doctor friend, Dr. Arthur Began-Gaga, and Dr. Donda said, if he's serious, let's take him on this trip. So we took him on this trip. He witnessed 3 cesarean C-sections. He witnessed 3 births come to this world. He witnessed a baby dying after 12 hours. Okay, because of the complications, sickness,
Right.
high blood pressure,
Right.
and all this. So he witnessed all this. Not only he witnessed this, he witnessed how to do ovary cancer screening, which was educated to all the doctors and all the nurses in Uganda,
Right.
but they're not educated at this. At the same time as he learned how to do staples, how to remove staples. He learned how to do this because that's what he wanted.
Right.
And of all this to happen is because Dr. Donda and Dr. Began-Gaga made this happen. Okay. And I'm grateful. And that's another thing that I'm saying is I did 100%. I worked my ass off every weekend so I could pay for this trip for him to get this in life, experience in life. It's not because they're paying me to do it. I'm doing this on my own.
Yeah.
10 grand out of my own pocket on this trip, but it was for a good cause because it makes me happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, how do you feel about what's your current job title?
My current job title here at Stone Edge Farm is a project manager.
You're a project manager, and what type of projects do you oversee?
I am overseeing a microgrid project here at Stone Edge Farm in beautiful Sonoma County.
And what do you guys do that separates you from the rest of the industry?
Oh, leading technology.
And what type of technology do you guys have? If you can talk about it, you don't have to get into any details, but give us a broad spectrum or outlook on what it is that really, really makes you guys unique and different here at Stone
Edge Farm.
Okay.
Okay, what it is, I am working under my good friend Craig Wooster, which is Wooster Engineering. We are building a microgrid project here. Okay, we are leading the technology in green sustainable energy. What we're doing is we're changing the carbon footprint on this project. Okay, we were aiming to do 100%. The first year we did 50%. I have all that documentation. I could get that in the email to you.
Okay.
There's a lot that goes into this project.
Wonderful.
But not only that, but we're in the solar magazine. We're solar shows. It's just this project is huge, and I've been blessed. And this is another thing. I've been blessed to be partners with Craig and give me the opportunity to work on this job. not only that we work on this job as with 12 employees, we also have interns that the owner here at Stone Edge Farm have here to come here from MIT, Arizona State, Chico State. As the intern comes in here, they're getting their bachelor degree, they're getting their master's degree, and they're getting their PhD. So you got to remember that, that the owner here gives back to education. And that's one that touches my heart. And education, fulfilling a dream, is this dream come true here for me.
As I've looked around, as you've taken me on this tour of this beautiful, wonderful place, I've noticed that it's very culturally diverse.
Yes.
I noticed that there was more Hispanics and there are more East Indians present than there are actual Caucasians.
Okay, well, let's clarify this. Okay, now we have a large Caucasian population here on this job site. You have the guys that have their PhDs and their masters in green technology. You have the guys that do the landscaping. You have the guy that do all the greens and all the agriculture. We have a water treatment guy on the job. A lot of Hispanic here works on taking care of the property. This is a big property. Yes, there is a lot large, and I work well with them. And it's very good that I come from a bilingual family, which I could speak Spanish, and I could talk to them, and that helped me in my jobs too, in all my jobs. Okay, because some of my employers can't speak Spanish, but can't communicate with any of the employees that we have or the other subcontractors have. So it's a plus for me to be bilingual. And I tell everybody, need to learn another language.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. So, do you think that this job is profitable for you? Not in a sense of monetary value, but as in personal profit. Like, do you get any satisfaction out of the things that you do? Are you happy in the place that you are now? I know that you said you've been here for 3 years, and in that same 3 years, that's the 3 years that I went off to go to university.
Correct.
And it seems you're doing very, very well, not just for yourself, but you're smiling, you're vibrant, you're radiant, and it seems as if, this job has done a lot, like beyond the realm of going to work and keeping you busy from, whatever you had been dealing with previously with your current divorce and having to take care of your family and your mom's illness and all these things. Do you think that this job has provided you with a sense of direction or
confidence? Yes, it's a dream come true. This is a job where people dream of. Okay, to come in this beautiful vineyard here at Stone Edge Farm. This is a dream come true. It's the positive atmosphere, working with the people. You say, but the diversity of people. I have learned through my employer and through my buddy here, Craig, that we treat everybody equal. Okay, we have Hispanics, we have Koreans, Chinese, we have Hindus, and they all come together and work as a team. And it's the great opportunity that we could all get together. And there shouldn't be a black, a white, a brown, or gold. We're all human. We have to work together. And this is what makes this world positive. If we get together and just be just us. Okay? And it's just like I treat everybody that comes new. I talk to them and I treat them like my own family. And that's probably why we have such a positive atmosphere here on the job. I work well with the landscaping guys. I work well with the management. I work well with the water treatment guys, the engineering. I work well with everybody.
So are you the head of your department?
Yes, I am in charge We have two project managers here. It'll be me and Troy. That's Troy Wooster, which he's my right hand. We work well together.
That's the son of
Craig Wooster. Yes.
So the owner. Okay, cool.
Okay,
so then you guys are basically, you guys would be considered, if I had to give you guys like titles, Craig would be the president.
the CEO, correct?
Right? And then you guys would be the I forget what it's called. You guys would be top management, basically.
Correct. Yeah,
Basically.
we oversee everything, And the thing is, we have our group meetings, and this is the good thing about this. When we have our group meetings, we bring our interns into it, into management, because they need to learn how to do management skills. Just because you got a PhD, a master, you need these skills in the field, and that's what I like doing. I bring these guys with all this education, but they're not experienced, handling the tool or handling people.
Right.
And what I do is, and this is what I love about my job, is I take them with me underneath my wing. I show them what's going on. You have a guy that is awesome, hard worker, but he's only good at this field. Okay, you need to find the person's niche to put him where you need to put him. Okay, if you put him in a niche that he's not comfortable at, he's never going to succeed. So what I do is, and this is what I treat everybody, okay? If you're good at this, you're in charge of this. If you're good at this, you're in charge of this. So everybody has somewhere, a goal to go to. And that's what I love about mine. And it's like Teresa, she's from India, and Naveen from India. And I love them. They're interns. Naveen decided to go get his PhD. He got his master. Working here, he said, Michael, you know what? I said, hey, go get it, buddy. Hey, you're only off for a year. Do it. So what he's doing? He signed up. Okay, he got accepted to get his PhD. Teresa, same thing there too. Is she got electrical engineer master. What is she's going to do? Go get her PhD too. You said to me, you got to plant that seed. Okay. And I want them to succeed where I didn't succeed, okay? Because I'm at my age where I'm getting tired, all right? Where I don't have that energy anymore. But at the same time, as we're speaking right here is, I am going out to get another contractor license, another classification.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because I already accomplished my goal. So I'm doing another goal. Okay, after there, I already set another goal. So I'm having this ball rolling. I want to show these young kids that are coming out of college that, don't stop. Just keep on moving. Always set goals. If you set goals, your life is going to be awesome and positive.
I agree. I have to agree. You about touched on everything. Is there anything that you would like to add personally?
Yes, never stop believing in yourself. Never. No matter if there's ups and downs, family problem, medical, always believe in yourself. Move forward. Always reach for that goal. Never give up.
I agree 110%. Thank you for taking this time out first and foremost to do this interview. A lot of the things that we touched on were personal. And oftentimes it's tough to dig down and think about things that you've been through in your past. To have to relive certain situations, to have to acknowledge different things about yourself that you may not have even had to address. So first and foremost, I would like to say thank you, and I appreciate you for taking this time out. The reason why I chose you is because of who you are in my life. You're an inspiration to me. You've taught me just by watching you that I can have anything that I desire. The reason why I decided to go to Sonoma State was because of you. You're the man who made me see that if I put away whatever went on in the past and I look to my future and I set some goals and I got positive examples and I look to those positive influences around me, that I could be successful no matter what color I was. because you were the first man that I saw. You were maybe 15 years my senior, but you were the first man I saw on campus that resembled me, that resembled my struggle, that resembled what I went through. So that's why I chose you. And this is personal for me. You know, it's bigger than it being about class, or it being about interviewing somebody in the business world or a Latin American man. You know, you represent the colored man himself, not just the Latin American man, but you represent the dark-skinned Hispanic man. You represent the African American man. You represent the Middle Eastern man who comes to America and is faced with all type of adversity, but you didn't choose to lay down. And because you didn't choose to lay down, that says everything about your character. Because you could have very well succumbed to the cultural divides, because there's many cultural divides from what you were taught growing up and what you experienced throughout your life. But you didn't allow those things to hinder you. You didn't allow those things to set you back. In essence, it was those things that catapulted you forward, that made you the man that you are. That you're able to walk me around this wonderful place and show me the things that you do, the difference that you make. Not the difference that everybody else makes, but the difference that you make. And when I see your interns and I see the employees who work underneath you as we drive around this campus, I see the impact that you have, because I look in their eyes and I see the respect and I see the admiration, almost the exact same admiration and respect that I carry for you. And it's a wonderful thing to see. And again, I only aspire to be like you in all that I do, in all my endeavors, in all in any mission that I have. I want to be successful because you showed me how to be successful. I'll never forget. You invited our class to your home for dinner, and our families. And it was then that I knew. It was then that I realized the character of the man that was standing in front of me, because that man wanted to see everybody around him, no matter where they came from, no matter who they were, no matter what their nationality, no matter what their sex. He wanted them to be successful. We need more people like you in this world, and I appreciate you for all that you've done. Truly.
I believe I'm the underdog.
So do I.
I'm always surviving there.
So do I.
And I always believed in you. Okay? Because I want you to succeed in life.
Absolutely.
Okay? You know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
No, it
I
hasn't.
still have my, ups and downs. But I move forward. Okay? And it's my passion is to, it's like I said, if I can help one person, I have succeeded.
Absolutely.
So the more and more I help, because I've been blessed, okay?
You have been.
I want to see everybody to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody to be positive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I hang around positive people in my environment. Okay? I'm not stopping here.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm moving. I'm moving forward. I have to. If I stop, I ain't going to go nowhere. So that's why I'm always succeeding, trying to get other places and reach to this goal and reach to this place, is because that's where I want to be. And I want to say thank you. You have touched me, and I will never forget this.
Me either.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right.
My
God
man.
damn, man.